I go to law school at the University of Texas, and there's a law professor by the name of David Robertson, who's now deceased. But David Robertson, everybody told me, they're like, this guy's the best teacher in terms of just being entertaining and teaching you the material. Go take his class. What's his class? Admiralty law. What? Admiralty law. Okay, never heard of it, but I'll go take it. Well, he was a phenomenal teacher. And Admiralty law, I mean, when you go from spending an hour in a contracts class, clause number 2B, 7, 8. I mean, Meryl, you went to law school. You know what I'm talking about.
I did a year of law as well. I feel you.
Yeah,
okay.
so you know what I'm talking about. Like you're reading about, the federal rules of civil procedure, contract law, and then all of a sudden you shift over to a piracy case on the high seas from the 1820s. It's like the ladders. It's just riveting. It's so much more interesting.
It's like me with criminal law and land law. I nearly died at land law. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We call that property law in the United States. And there's something called the rule of perpetuities that everybody jokes about all the time. But yeah, in any event, I took this class. It was super interesting. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do this big law thing. No plans at all to be a maritime lawyer. And when I started my own firm, I got a couple of these little maritime cases in Houston. We're right next to the Gulf of Mexico. There's a lot of oil drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. And so there's a lot of people on these drilling rigs, and these drilling rigs are very dangerous. So a lot of people get hurt. And so I started representing a lot of these, mainly guys. There are some women out there, but not a lot. And I just really enjoyed it. So again, just kind of almost happenstance in a way. But, I look back, and Meryl, you may relate to this a little bit. I've always been really interested in particularly British naval history, like the Patrick O'Brien books, the Hornblower books, the Age of Sail. All of those kind of stories have always absolutely fascinated me from a very young age. Even though it was happenstance that I got into maritime law, it kind of jives a lot with my interests. And in addition to that, I'm also a fisherman. So fishermen love the water. It just kind of fits with my interest, I guess, is the best way to put it.